Hey everyone, it's Mark here, and today we're back with another TV review. This time we're taking a closer look at the Samsung 43-inch class DU6900 Series Crystal UHD 4K Smart Tizen TV. So this model, the UN43 DU6900 FXZA, has been getting a lot of buzz online. It's got a solid 4.6 out of 5 stars from almost 300 reviews, and it's priced at just $219.99. The big question is, does this budget-friendly 4K TV live up to the hype? We're going to break it all down for you, from its pros and cons to its standout features. We'll help you figure out if this Samsung TV is the right fit for your setup, or if you should keep looking. Stick around, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's dive into the details of this Samsung 43-incher. Okay, let's dive right in and talk about what really matters, the picture quality. Honestly, Samsung really brought their A-game here, especially for the price. You're getting a 4K resolution, 3840 by 2160 pixels. So, everything looks super crisp and sharp. But it's not just about having a ton of pixels. The DU6900 series has colors that really pop and look true to life. Whether you're watching a nature doc with gorgeous landscapes or an action movie packed with explosions, this TV makes everything look lively. I tried out some of my favorite 4K HDR demo videos, and I was honestly impressed by the dynamic range. The blacks are nice and deep, the whites are bright, and the contrast just looks great. Sure, it's not quite on the same level as an OLED, but for this price, it's tough to beat. Even when you're watching regular SDR content, the TV does a solid job of upscaling and making things look better. Of course, it's not going to magically turn a 720p video into a 4K masterpiece, but you'll definitely notice an improvement. One thing I really liked was how smooth the motion looked. Even during fast-paced scenes, I didn't see any major motion blur or judder. That's thanks to Samsung's Motion Rate 60 tech, which helps keep everything looking fluid. It's not perfect, but it does the job. I did notice a little bit of backlight bleed in the corners when watching dark scenes in a dim room. But honestly, it wasn't distracting, and you'll see that with a lot of TVs in this price range. All in all, the picture quality on the Samsung DU6900 series really surprised me for a budget 4K TV. You get vibrant colors, sharp details, and smooth motion. What more could you want? So if you're after a TV that looks great and won't empty your wallet, this one's definitely worth considering for your shortlist. Okay, let's address the big issue here, or should I say, the viewing angle problem. This is where the Samsung DU6900 shows it's a budget-friendly option. The viewing angles on this TV are, well, let's just say they're not the best. If you're sitting right in front of it, the picture looks great. But as soon as you start moving to the sides, things change. The colors start to fade, the contrast drops, and the overall picture quality takes a hit. This happens because the DU6900 uses a VA panel, which is great for contrast, but not so much for wide viewing angles compared to IPS panels. So, if you have a big living room with seats spread out, this might not be the best pick. But if you usually watch TV from a central spot, then it shouldn't be a deal breaker. I mean, let's be honest, how often do you watch TV from extreme angles? But it's something to think about, especially if you have friends over for movie nights or game days. You might end up rearranging the furniture to make sure everyone gets a good view. Now some of you might be thinking, MKBHD, you're being a bit picky, and you know what, maybe I am, but it's important to be upfront about both the good and the bad. And honestly, the limited viewing angles are a minor issue, especially when you consider the DU6900's price and its great picture quality from a central spot. Alright, let's talk about what really makes this TV tick, the Tizen Smart TV platform. This is Samsung's own operating system, and honestly, it's one of the easiest and most enjoyable ones I've used. Even if you're not super tech savvy, you'll find it really straightforward and simple to get around. Flipping through the menus? Seriously, it couldn't be easier. The whole interface is super clean and quick, and you don't get that messy, cluttered feeling you sometimes get with other smart TVs. All your go-to apps like Netflix are right there, plus YouTube, Hulu, Disney+, and Prime Video, all ready to go from the start. And if you want more, just pop into the Samsung App Store and grab whatever you need. One thing I really like? Tizen doesn't hit you with a bunch of ads like some other platforms do. Sure, you'll see a few recommendations or sponsored bits, but it's nothing in your face or annoying. The DU6900 also comes with Samsung's One Remote, which is super simple and easy to use. It even has a built-in mic for voice control, and honestly, it works way better than I expected. I could search for shows, change the volume, and open apps just by talking to it. Super handy. All in all, I think the Tizen Smart TV platform on the DU6900 is a real winner. It's fast, smooth, and just plain easy to use, even if you're brand new to smart TVs. It might not have every single feature out there, but honestly, it does everything you need, and does it really well. Okay, let's chat about something you'll see all over this TV, Crystal UHD. Sounds pretty fancy, right? I know you might be wondering, is that just a slick marketing term? Well, yes, and no. Basically, Crystal UHD means Samsung uses special backlighting and color processing to make the picture look better. It's not quite as high-tech as their QLED models, which use quantum dots for even punchier colors, but it's definitely a step up from your regular old LED TV. The real magic comes from the Crystal processor 4K inside. It does a great job upscaling stuff that isn't 4K, so it looks super sharp. You'll really notice this when you're watching older movies or shows that weren't shot in 4K. Plus, the processor helps boost color accuracy and contrast, so everything just looks more lively and enjoyable. I was actually pretty impressed with the HDR too. The colors pop more, and the bright parts really stand out compared to non-HDR. Just so you know, Crystal UHD isn't brand new or anything. It's been around for a few years, and it's really just the next step up from Samsung's older UHD TVs. But hey, progress is always good, right? So, is Crystal UHD just a fancy name? Honestly, not really. It's a mix of smart tech that actually makes your shows and movies look better, and for the price, it's pretty impressive. Okay, let's chat about something pretty fun on the Samsung DU6900, voice control. This TV actually comes with Samsung's own voice assistant Bixby, already built in. But here's the cool part, it also works with Amazon Alexa, so if you're already using Alexa devices around your home, you can just tell your Echo what to do and your TV listens. Honestly, I was impressed by how well the voice control works on this TV. I could do everything, turn up the volume, flip through channels, search for shows, even control my smart home stuff. All just by talking. The microphone on the One Remote picked up my voice really well, even when I wasn't right next to it. And the TV responds super fast. Commands happen almost instantly. I get it, not everyone is sold on voice assistants, and that's totally fair. But if you're someone who's always misplacing the remote, no shame, it happens. Voice control is a real lifesaver, and with both Bixby and Alexa available, you've got options. You can pick whichever assistant you like best, or just switch it up whenever you feel like it. All in all, having voice control on the Samsung DU6900 is a really nice touch. It's accurate, quick, and honestly, more flexible than I expected. Whether you're a big fan of voice assistants or just curious to try them out, you'll probably find it makes watching TV a whole lot easier. And that's a wrap, folks. This is the Samsung 43-inch DU6900 Series Crystal UHD 4K Smart Tizen TV. For just $219.99, it's honestly tough to beat what you're getting here. You get a gorgeous 4K screen with super vibrant colors, a super easy-to-use smart TV system, and even voice controls, all without emptying your wallet. Of course, it's not perfect. The viewing angles could definitely be better, and you won't find every fancy feature you'd get on a top-tier TV. But if you need a solid 4K TV for your bedroom, dorm, or even your living room, especially if you're watching your budget, the DU6900 is definitely worth a look. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, drop your thoughts about the Samsung DU6900 down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews and comparisons. Catch you next time.